is America's coolest conservative and the future king of talk radio. 107.9 FM WBT presents The TJ Ritchie Show.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, here we go. I'm just smiling like a fool sitting in here in this studio because Anna Erickson sounds so cute with her little sick voice. She does. I know she sounds like she doesn't feel well, and she's been battling stuff, cold and all that stuff. And God bless her for being here and doing what she does with bringing the news, bringing the good news. But she sounds adorable. Her little sick voice. Lonnie Ray, am I the only host that has pointed that out? I guess the rest of them try to seem professional, huh?
On my shift, you are the only one. So I'll say that.
Okay. But doesn't she sound cute?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're scared because you're all corporate.
I mean, she's not feeling too good, and I hope she gets better. So,
yeah, I know she's not feeling well, and I salute her for battling through it and everything. But she does. She got that. She said, "Oh," so when you listen to her, you want to go, "Oh, let me get you something hot to drink. You want me to make you a cup of tea? Put some lemon in it." Yeah. And I wouldn't be saying that if I thought she'd be offended by it.
Right, of course.
I wouldn't. But and if I was meaning it in any other way other than good naturedly, I mean, I really do. I mean, I feel badly for her because she sounds like she feels terrible, but it just makes you go, oh. So hopefully I won't get written up by the HR. You can't say that to women, that they sound adorable. What? Okay. This is radio. Come on now. Come on. 704-570-1079 is the phone number. You can call that or text it. Thanks to Liberty Buick GMC. Now, I had said a few weeks ago that I would be rooting for the Texas Rangers Major League Baseball team this year. The Braves, that's always my favorite team. Ever since I was a little boy, that was my favorite team, the Atlanta Braves. But I pick a secondary team every year, and I pick that team depending on which team has the most members of their team that I can relate to, that look most like me. And the Rangers lineup, I can identify with, I can relate to, because the team looks the most like me. And I'm looking at a picture right now of one of their players who is overweight and white with a beard. So he looks a lot like I do. But when you say stuff like that as a white person, you're not supposed to say I root for people who look like me. And that's why I say it, to prove the point. I prove the point. But I saw this yesterday. It says, and as of the time of this story that was printed, the Texas Rangers is the only Major League Baseball team to skip out on a Pride Night this season. They're not having Pride Night for the Texas Rangers. So, another reason for me to be rooting for the Texas Rangers this year, for keeping all that out of baseball. So, troublemakers would say, why does that matter? Why would that make you be more supportive of them? And I would say, no, you tell me why it's necessary to have a Pride Night at Major League Baseball games. Why is that necessary? you know, the Pride Night is the new thing. Is it because there are so many, hordes, millions of baseball fans who are the gay? Is that why? Because you're paying tribute to and thanking all of the millions and millions and millions of baseball fans who are the gay. Is that what it is? The majority of your fans are the gay. I don't think so. What is it? What is the reason? And why do you insist, and why do these teams and organizations insist on making people who don't want to celebrate anybody's sexuality, why are they forced to do it just to work for the company? We don't like it. Why is that? So we are seeing that all of this talk about the trans movement and the LGBTQ plus being, pushed in everybody's faces and all that being over with the election of Trump. And I said at the time, that's not the case. It may be pushed a little bit, back a couple of steps, but it doesn't go away, because with leftism, they never stop. They never stop. Now, if I say to you, being a North Carolinian, if I said, now just you put yourself in this position, like I'm your friend, I come up to you and I go, hey, what would you think about the two of us and maybe get a couple of other people together? And what would you think if we just went to Greensboro to enjoy ourselves for a night? What would your first reaction be? If you keep up with anything in North Carolina, your first reaction would be, what? Greensboro? I'm not going to that dangerous hellhole. Walk around Greensboro at night? No way. Get out of here. Greensboro's violent crime rate is way above the national average. The crime rate is 103% higher than the national average, with a violent crime rate that is 157% higher than the national average. Your chance of becoming a victim of crime in Greensboro, North Carolina, is approximately 1 in 24. But the Greensboro Police Department on June 1st, right off the bat, made sure to do a post on social media saying Happy Pride Month. So that makes up for it. Y'all need to tend to your business. That's what y'all need to do. Get out of people's bedrooms. Get out of people's bedrooms and worrying about who's making love to whom, and fight some of that crime. That's what y'all need to do in Greensboro and every other police department that's doing this kind of stuff. Why, again, why? Why Happy Pride Month from the police department? What's that about? What in the world does that have to do with the police department protecting and serving all the citizens? Are you saying that because of all of the majority of the officers in the Greensboro Police Department being the gay? Is that what you're doing? Are you pandering? See, that's my point. I hate pandering. I don't care if somebody is gay or not. I really don't. But I hate pandering. Pandering causes problems whenever it is done. And when the Greensboro Police Department is worried about anything but fighting the crime in that dangerous city, then they need to be called out for it. Get out there and clean up the streets. And stop worrying about posting about the gay. All right. I have a lot more sports type stuff coming up as well. Sports teams being political and sports teams who are not being political. That's fun. Wait till you see which list our Charlotte sports teams landed on. That'll be fun. Coming up next. Hang on.
It's the TJ Ritchie Show on 107.9 WBT, Charlotte's FM News Talk. He's Charlotte's most charmed and dangerous, always speaking the truth, whether you like it or not. It's TJ Ritchie on Charlotte's FM News Talk, 107.9 FM, WBT.
Yes. Unapologetic, in your face conservatism delivered by the most famous and legendary active radio personality in Charlotte, Mr. Old, White, and Gifted. All off up in here. 704-570-1079 is the phone number. You can call it or text. And just got a message from Brian. He says, listening to you out at the park, TJ, and then it's a picture of his little dog. He's out there with his dog. It's a pretty dog. Thank you. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we were talking about the Texas Rangers, Major League Baseball team, being the only Major League team to pass on a Pride Night this season, pandering. And then I found this as well. Let's see. Where did I get? I want to give credit. This is from Libs of TikTok. As of June 2nd, only 9 NFL teams have not made posts about Pride Month. Those teams are, now once again, these are teams that have not made posts about Pride Month, pandering Pride Month. Those teams are the Dallas Cowboys, the New Orleans Saints, the Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Kansas City Chiefs, Las Vegas Raiders, New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, and your very own Tennessee Titans. You thought I was going to say Carolina Panthers. No, not on this list. Not on this list. But, you know, I really wouldn't expect the Panthers to not have a post about Pride Month. You know, Charlotte being Charlotte and all now. The new Charlotte. Where it's all pandering and acting a fool. But again, why the pandering? Why can't it just be football? I mean, is being homosexual a new thing that has just been legalized? Is that something that is going on here? Is that why we have to pander so much? Like, why do we have to have an entire month to pander to people's sexual preference, sexual orientation. Why is that? And it's because it's not enough to accept it. It's not enough to say, okay, they should be treated the same as everybody else. People should not be treated in a mean way. People should not be mistreated because of this or that or this or that in the United States of America. We're all created equally. And if someone is attracted to another person, as long as they're not breaking any laws and they're not infringing upon anybody else's rights or property, they should be treated the same as everybody else. You can't see that's what the left always argues for. They always argue for that, just equal treatment. But then that gets hijacked by people who want to profit from it and people who want to seize power from these, quote unquote, as President Obama would say, movements. Okay? So it's not enough to accept homosexuality and say, you're right, you should be treated just as well as everybody else. Everybody say, no, you can't be on an equal playing field. You can't just accept it. You can't just go on about your life. You have to accept it. Then you have to celebrate it. The ultimate thing is you've got to celebrate it. And if you don't celebrate it, then you aren't even accepting it. If you don't celebrate what the left tells you to celebrate, then you might as well just be like a homophobic Klan member in the 1950s. You're the same. That's how they manipulate people, and that's how they indoctrinate people. You think the Democrat politicians, the bosses in the Democrat Party, care one whit about gay people? You think they really care about the gay person? No more than they care about the black person or the brown person. They care about what they can get out of the gay person, the black person, the brown person. You see, we as conservatives, we care about the person, the human. Democrats, the party bosses, the people who run the Democrat Party don't. They don't care about anything but themselves. And that's why they brainwash these people and use them. I'm surprised we haven't heard from the left this list of NFL teams who haven't done anything to celebrate Pride Month. I'm surprised we haven't already heard from them condemning these teams, these organizations. But Carolina Panthers, not on this list. Let me say that again. Of the 9 NFL teams as of June 2nd that have not made posts about Pride Month. Okay. Just a little community service. Hang on. More coming up.
It's TJ, the green-eyed patriot on Charlotte's FM News Talk 107.9 WBT. Text everybody in your contacts list and tell them that Richie's on. Welcome back to the TJ Ritchie Show on Charlotte's FM News Talk 107.9 FM WBT.
Rocking at the speed of light. I am America's coolest conservative. the Big Daddy of Charlotte radio. Leaving lunatic leftists stupefied. 704-570-1079 is the number if you'd like to touch greatness. I'm kidding, of course. All right, look, they say truth you can have truth in advertising, and that's the best thing to do. And I think this guy has really tapped into it. He is a life insurance salesman in Arkansas. And this is his pitch. Listen.
Got a kid who like to shoot people. I like to bother people.
All right, he said, you got a kid that like to shoot people. That's the first thing he says. Hard to understand.
You got a kid who like to shoot people. I like to bother people or find themselves in crazy situations. I got a solution for you. You call me today and you set them up for life insurance for $25 a month. And you put them in a $100,000 policy. And if they get shot that weekend, you're going to get a check. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to get a check.
You put them in a $100,000 policy for $25 a month, they get shot this weekend, you're going to get a check.
Check.
You're going to get a check. How you like his accent, Lonnie, that country accent?
Oh, man, that sound like me back in them Spindale, man. Yeah.
You got a kid like to go shoot people?
Yeah. We got that Forrest Gump slang down there.
You got a kid who like to shoot people.
You got a kid who like to shoot people. He's wearing his company polo and everything. Got the logo right there. Let me put him in a $100,000 policy, $25 a month. That's cool, man. That is cool. That's why I'm on social media all day. I'm looking for jewels like that. Actually, I got that from WorldStar, Lonnie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I get a goodie from WorldStar every now and then. I'm going to tell you, Scott Bassett, the Treasury Secretary, is just a savage. He is a beast. He doesn't take crap from any of those Democrats who ever question him in the Senate or in the House. He's in there for those committee hearings and all that stuff. And, he just slays them whenever they come at him. Let me make sure I got all the information on this one before I play it, because I want to get it right. Okay, so he is talking to Democrat Senator Wyden, and evidently there has been some craziness with the senator's son, and so this senator is coming after Bassett, but Bassett was ready. He's like, don't come talking trash to me. Listen to this exchange. I love it.
Senator Wyden has mendaciously slandered the Treasury building in an attempt to cover up his son having an investment meeting with Jeffrey Epstein to ask for funding. Thank you.
And here's the
Chairman?
senator.
Yes.
Let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some facts about this deal. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and I will ask my questions first today.
And we would like to hear what Adam Wyden and Jeffrey Epstein talked about. Your son's largest investment position was Rick's Cabaret. So did your son and Jeffrey Epstein talk about pole dancing as he begged him for money using your limited credibility?
Should I just proceed?
I'm going to proceed.
So the other senator goes, he looks at Wyden. Hey, should I just proceed? He's like, yes. I don't want any more of that. Yeah, so Scott Bassett is just, he's ruthless. He's like, gay man my age, I am not taking crap from anybody. Love it. And, you know, all of those, like I was talking about last night with Rubio in front of the Senate, and then today he was in the House doing the same kind of stuff, and it's just so ridiculous. And as a matter of fact, I was trying to weed through so much of that stuff today. I just finally, it was one of those days where I was like, I don't even know what's what. It was all running together. I was like, wait, is this still today or was that yesterday? What's going on? What is it? You know, I get to where it just is all just noise, you know? Then I come across something like this that really snaps me out of the haze. You know?
Got a kid who like to shoot people, or like to bother people, or find themselves in crazy situations. I got a solution for you. You call me today and you set them up for life insurance for $25 a month, and you put them in a $100,000 policy. And if they get shot that weekend, you're gonna get a check. I'm just telling you right now, you're gonna get a check.
That's what I'm gonna start saying. I want from WBT. I want a check. Y'all need to give me a check. I wish I knew what part of Arkansas he's from. My brother lives in Arkansas. He lives in Magnolia, Arkansas. Okay. What's the name? Secretary Mullins was in the House, another committee hearing. And this is one of the ridiculous ones. Al Green, who is on his way out, you know, he just lost his primary, and so he's on his way out. He's the old senile Al Green, not the great singer Al Green.
Racists take offense at peaceful protests. A racist, Mr. Secretary, would do what happened to Ruby.
Are you calling me a racist?
A racist.
I'm asking a question.
Reclaiming my time, ask him to shut up.
That's a pretty.
Shut up. Shut up. It's my time.
I'm not going to let anybody call me a racist, Chairman.
I never called him a racist. It's my time.
It is, gentlemen. Will suspend.
He will not.
Tell him to shut up.
Gentlemen suspend. No, the gentleman will suspend.
No one will call me a racist. I'm Cherokee too. My family has been pretty tolerant.
I ask that my time be restored. I ask that my time be restored.
The clock has been stopped since I suspended the clock.
I will continue to interrupt as long as someone's there.
I agree. As I said before, there will be no addressing anyone's character in a negative way.
Oh, God.
By the way, Mr. Green, I need you, when you're speaking, I need you to speak into the microphone because I can't hear you up here. But we will.
Evidently, his constituents heard enough of him because they voted him out.
There you go.
Mr. Secretary, please. Again, we're almost done here today.
All right. I'm surprised Mullins didn't just say, hey, why don't you come outside and call me a racist? You senile old fella. That's all this guy can do. That's all he can do is call somebody a racist. Racist. Impeach. And the Democrat Party bosses ought to be ashamed of themselves for continuing to send this senile old man, this guy who's obviously, you know, suffering from dementia, to make a fool of himself. They clown him all the time, giving him these committee positions and allowing him to make a fool of himself constantly. It's like, okay, before you leave, because you're on your way out, one more time, go try to impeach Trump. Bring impeachment charges against Trump. Make sure you call him a racist again. Go ahead, Al. I do disagree with Secretary Mullen for sitting there trying to go, I'm Cherokee and my people have done it. Don't call me a racist. He shouldn't have to go through all of it. Don't go through all of that. Don't even entertain that line of accusations. Don't even you try to defend yourself on it. Just, he should have just called him senile and insulted him back, not even try to defend anything about being a racist. He just said, all right, so you calling me a racist? Well, I'm not, but you are a blah, 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 blah. He should have gone at him that way. You're a disgrace. You're a senile idiot. And if you couldn't call somebody a racist, you would have no purpose in the Democrat Party. You are intellectually inept. And the only thing you have, the only intelligence you have, your limit on intelligence is calling somebody a racist. So enjoy this one because you're out. And you ought to be happy that the racist white Democrat Party bosses are going to be making a fool out of somebody else, not you anymore. He could have said something like that, but don't try to, don't play their game of sitting there and go, I'm not a racist. I'm also, my people have been, blah, 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 blah. No. Don't even get in that arena with them. All right, hang on. We got more coming up.
TJ, the realist Ritchie, on 107.9 WPT, Charlotte's FM News Talk. "11 listeners strong and holding. It's the TJ Ritchie Show on 107.9 FM. Charlotte's FM News Talk, WPT.
Islam has a problem with gays, democracy, bacon, dogs, music, Christmas, Hindus, Jews, Buddhists, Christians, women who show their hair, people who leave the religion, and even people who draw pictures of their prophet, who, by the way, married a 6-year-old. But if I have a problem with Islam, for some reason, I'm an Islamophobe.
704-570-1079. That is the phone number. If you got something you want to say, you can say it or you can text it. I am America's coolest conservative, on the air everywhere. Ooh. And I am really on top of things here. I mean, I am right on top of it. Alan said, TJ, you of all people should know that you can't shame a good Democrat. True. Talking about Al Green, the senile old lowlife who's on his way out. Yeah, because the Democrats don't have any shame. They have no shame. Oh, and then Miss Sharon said, TJ, I promise you are very nice looking, even if the Jesus took your hair. Thanks. I know I am handsome, even though the Jesus took my hair. I'm a pretty man. Not as pretty as I used to be, but nonetheless. I'm kidding, of course. All right. So Spencer Pratt, he is in the runoff with Karen Bass for the mayor of L.A. The third candidate broke down, crying hysterically last night at her concession speech. The little communist from the city council. Are you supposed to do that? You know, feminism would say no, you're not supposed to. And this is a feminist. You're not supposed to be crying like that. Men don't just break down and cry after they lose an election, during their concession speech and all. They don't, break down. And aren't women, according to feminism, aren't they actually, they're not just as tough as men, they're tougher. Women are tougher than men. It's supposed to act like men, remember? But I mean, she was boo-hooing, just like, And that nasty woman that was running for governor, Katie Porter, I believe is her name, the one that was yelling at the person behind her, "Get out of my shot," cussing the person on her staff out. She'd had some incident where she had dumped hot mashed potatoes on her husband's head at one time. I mean, just an angry, bitter old shrew of a woman. Just, terrible. She got 5% of the vote in the California gubernatorial election. Yeah, nobody wanted any of that. I'm going to try to see if I can say this without sending up a bunch of alarms, but, I am a student of human behavior. I'm America's #1 leading societal profiler. And I don't care whether you're talking about men or women. Nobody likes a B word. So you see this a lot, where some women will pride themselves on being a B word. Just like nobody likes a man who is a mean, ruthless jerk. Nobody women especially don't like a B word. And men will try to avoid a B word as much as possible, unless they're single and she's hot. Then they, kind of ignore the fact that she's mean and just not pleasant at all. But sooner or later, the hotness wears off to the point where I can't stand to be around her anymore. So this Katie Porter, whatever her name is, in California, learned that lesson last night in the election. You know who else has learned that lesson in politics? Hillary Clinton. Although, credit where credit is due, Hillary Clinton has always gotten way more support than what that Katie Porter got. But nobody likes that. And a lot of times these feminists will convince themselves that other women respect it. It's like, yeah, they think I'm tough. No, they don't. Women are a lot of times a better judge of that than men are. And you can tell yourself that running around being a mean, nasty personality, old B word, you can tell yourself that other women respect that and admire you for being tough and all that, but they don't. They don't. They don't like it. And it just comes down to, with radical feminism and these women who have been convinced that the way they get respect is by doing men things and acting like men, they've got it all wrong. They choose to act like the worst version of a man. Crude, like these women comedians, these stand-up comics that feel like they have to be the most vulgar, crude, nasty mouth that they can be in order to be funny and get respect in this man's world of stand-up comedy. But that's not the case. But these radical feminists say, they want to act like men, but they don't pick good men to act like. They pick the worst version of a man. A jerk. An arrogant, ruthless, terrible man. That's who women decide that is the kind of man they want to act like. So they're just misguided all the way around. And while being America's #1 societal profiler, I also know everything there is to know about women. And I know that sounds funny because I'm a naturally funny person, but I don't mean it to be funny. I'm actually serious when I say that. So, chew on that a little bit. Hour 2 coming up next. Hang on.